So I thought I would show you my setup for planners for 2017. I know some people like to see this stuff, and so I thought I would explain what I'm doing. I have separate separate planners for work and for personal, and I'll explain why in just a minute. So for work, I use the Erin Condren monthly. I think this is the deluxe monthly planner. And I got the full page one that's like 8.5 by 11. And the reason why is because a lot of people just use like their desk planners, like desktop calendars and things like that. But actually every year at my work, I have to write my own performance review. And then my boss will add to it and sign off on it, things like that. So in order to write my performance review, I have to remember what I did all year. And so I find it helpful to write down every day what I do. So this is the monthly spread on the Erin Condren, and you can see we're already partway through January. So I use stickers and things like that to mark either deadlines or meetings, and then every day I just write in extra things I did that were on top of my normal daily routine. And so that way I can look back at the end of the year and see what I'm missing, or things I might have forgotten about that I did just like once, but still are worthy of putting into my performance review. And then on this page, the monthly, it's like a monthly checklist they give you. I write any major tasks that I know I'm going to need, that I'm going to be doing that month, and then any things I need to figure out between now and then about each of those tasks. And then as I get more details for each task, I'll fill them in according to the category they fit. There's also space for checklists and to-do things over here. So anything I noted a few things over there that don't actually have to do with one of these 5 major tasks I'll be doing this month. So that's that. And then you get right into the next month. But in the back of the planner is all this blank note paper. So what I plan on doing with that is every meeting I go to, I will take notes for the meeting. That way all of my work stuff is all in one book. Okay. And maybe I'll film a checkup later in the year to see how well I'm using that. And then for personal, I am using a Leuchtturm 1917, I think that's what they're called, dot grid notebook, because I am bullet journaling. So I know some people draw these in, but I just printed off monthly calendars because I have to do bullet journaling focuses on your daily to-do list, but I have to have somewhere to mark future dates coming up. So I printed out monthly calendars for each month of 2017. That way I can keep track of that stuff. And then there's my word for 2017. So I can remind myself of my goals for the year. And then this was the first week in January, and of course, you see I bullet journaled for the first 3 days, and then I got so sick I couldn't even function, so there went that. But I use a time tracker, and any events for that day, I will mark with a circle, and then any things to do, you mark with a dot, and you X them off when you get done. There's tons of people that bullet journal that know better. Then I'm tracking my purchases for 2017. This is where my memories from the month will go. This is the next week. I obviously didn't take the time to color code my time tracker, but that's basically it. I started doing bullet journaling mid last year, so I've used quite a bit of this. I really enjoy the fact that I can throw like big to-do lists in the middle of my stuff. I used to do a monthly tracker like this, but I have all of a sudden something came up in the middle of my month that I needed to plan for, so I started just making lists, and that's the nice thing about having flexibility of a bullet journal. Anywhere you need blank space, you can do it. So, and I get to practice different types of lettering, things like that. And in conjunction with the bullet journal, I am using Laura Casey's Power Sheets. They are for goal setting. Like figuring out your own goals for the year, and then showing you how to break them down into manageable things. And it's really nice, and it just like breaks you down, and then you get to break it down into monthly little chunks so that you don't get overwhelmed. And so it's fun. Like, I'm doing a good job with, so far with January, actually doing things that I wanted to do. I will, again, check in partway through the year to see if I'm actually still using this. I have a tendency to not stick with things, so we'll see. But it was nice to take big, chunky goals that I don't, like, it seemed unattainable in a year. But using this system, I can break it down into little monthly things to at least make progress on those items. So yeah, I would love to see what other people use for planners, but right now that's basically what I'm doing. I'm doing the Erin Condren monthly for work, the Leuchtturm bullet journal for home, and the power sheets for overall goals. And I'll see you next time.